Hi everybody. I want to take just a couple minutes here to discuss our learning space. We did previously talk about our announcements, so now we're going to talk about Mindedge. What Mindedge is our learning software that's housed within Brightspace. So for some of our classes we might have just engaged with announcements and only really looked at what the professor created right there on that page. This class is a little bit different because we have internal software that serves as our lectures. To get to it, what we want to do is click on Course Menu, and then we'll click on Learning Modules, and it's going to take us to our learning modules. Now we have 8 modules per term, 1 through 8, and you can see here on the left-hand side sort of kind of your progress, which ones have you looked at, which ones haven't you looked at, and this again is going to change per your progress. This is a reflection of what I've been doing, so your screens are going to look a little bit different in terms of how many topics we have to complete and whatnot. So this is our first module. Module 1, the keys to persuasion, and it's going to tell you what you need to do, what the graded assignments are. Right there we have a discussion and a journal, and it's going to tell you where you need to post those. Now remember, in our announcements, I do this as well. I will tell you where you need to post and what is due. So we try to be as transparent as possible with what we're expecting our students to do. If we scroll down, we see that we have this Module 1 Keys to Persuasion External Learning Tool. We want to click on that in order to get to our Mindedge software. Click on that blue link and it's going to open it up in a new tab. And sometimes it takes a little bit to load, so be a little bit patient. You know how technology is. And this is what our Mindedge software looks at. It's essentially a PowerPoint that's super fancy and designed just for you guys. And it's all available within our Brightspace page. To navigate, you can just scroll through like I'm doing right here. We can click on this next button after we've read whatever it is that we are reading. And this is going to take us to our next page. Another way that we can navigate is right here with the drop-down menu. And that's going to take you to every independent chapter that we are exploring in our current module in Mindedge. It's also going to give you another bit of insight on what is due, what's ungraded, what's an activity. It's going to tell you if you have some reading to do, if we have got discussions, what our assignments are. And again, you can just scroll through and you'll be able to engage in and interact. And again, this is an example from a previous term, so our names will not be exactly the same. So here, for example, is our discussion. So it's going to give you a brief description of what the discussion is. To join in the conversation, you just click New Thread. It's going to open up and you'll be able to type whatever it is that you want to type. And then you'll be able to post it, and it's going to post it to our discussion. So our discussions are pretty straightforward. It's pretty handy here within Mindedge. To view what one of our peers have written, you just click on that plus, and it's going to open it up for you, and then you'll be able to reply to your peers by clicking reply. Once we complete an activity in Mindedge, we can scroll all the way to the bottom and go to next, and it's going to take us on to our next activity. Again, we can also go over here and kind of just click through. Maybe we got interrupted, we had to take a break. You don't have to scroll through and click next for everything. You can just use a drop-down table of contents as well. And this is an example of an assignment that we have that's being discussed in Mindedge, but we actually have to submit it in Brightspace. So it's going to give you some information. It's going to present the specifics of what the assignment is. And if we scroll down, it's going to give us our rubric. And our rubric is really important. It's important enough that I'm actually going to be doing videos for each assignment that has such a rubric. This breaks down exactly what needs to be done in order to get proficient, needs improvement, or maybe we're not doing this activity properly at all. I strongly encourage you guys to take a look at the rubric early in the week so we can make sure that we have the time set aside to complete these activities. And so in Mindedge, it's going to break down what our assignments are. You'll see that we have no more next to click on, and that means that we are done with our activity in Mindedge. Okay, and so that's just a quick look into how we can navigate to our modules and to our Mindedge activities. Mindedge is incredibly important. It's how we do the bulk of our interactions, in addition to those awesome announcements, which again, to get to the announcements, you just click on Course Menu, click Announcements, and that's where I provide supplemental material and detailed information on those assignments. If you have any questions at all on how to navigate to Mindedge and how to click through or how to participate in discussion forums, let me know. We can talk through chat, text, you can give me a call, and we can also do our general discussion forums as well. You guys got this. It's going to be an amazing term.